You are the problem. Simply accept that. But know that it doesn't have to remain that way. When you become conscious of what's actually going on, you now have the capability to actually transform your life. Welcome back, or welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be all about how to start a healing journey. If you guys are new to my channel, definitely be sure you hit that subscribe button down below, girl. Okay, turn your post notifications on, give the video a thumbs up, okay? And if you guys are looking for, or maybe you're also interested in like vlogs, beauty content, shower, body care, get ready with me's, all that kind of stuff, definitely be sure to subscribe to my other channel, India Ajay Every Day. I'll have everything linked in the description box down below for you guys. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump right into today's video. Okay guys, so today's video is going to be all about how to start your, I don't know what I titled this, inner work journey, self-love journey, healing journey, something of the sort. Okay, so we're gonna talk about how to get started. So everybody is not gonna be thrust into this journey like I was. If you guys have watched my spiritual awakening story time, girl, you already know the tea, okay? And if you don't, be sure you go check out that video after you're done watching this one. But in short, girl, I feel like I've been saying this in every single video, but I keep having to go back to this point to explain how I've gotten to the point where I am today. So in short, I was in a relationship with a karmic partner. I cut things off with the karmic partner. That area, that like situation in my life quickly fizzled out, and I went on a healing journey. I started kind of like waking up, becoming conscious of what was going on around me. I started seeing angel numbers, all the things, girl, and I got to the point where I am today. So if you have decided that you want to start a healing journey, maybe you haven't really, I can only speak from my own experience, so I can only say for myself, I just started seeing angel numbers and started being like, what is going on here? And then started doing research, and then everything just kind of started like spiraling just one after the other. I started being like, oh shit, like nothing is as it seems. Like nothing, all the things that I thought I knew turned upside down. Okay, so that was my own personal journey. You may just be making a conscious decision like, okay, I'm done with the negativity. I'm done with this life that's giving very much mediocre. Like I'm ready for something better, right? And if you know anything about creating a beautiful life for yourself, it all starts in your mind. You have to believe that you even deserve to have a good life, that you even deserve to have the life that you want to have. So the first thing I would recommend that you do is get clear on why you even want to start this journey. Why do you even want to start it? Like, what are you hoping that you get out of it? What do you want to create? What kind of life do you want to have? Like, there's no limitations. There are no limitations. Whatever you want, get a pen and get some paper and write it down. Write it down, make it clear, just plain as day. This is what I want for my life. This is what I hope to get out of this journey. These are the things that I want to create. This is the type of life that I want to have, right? So firstly, start off with that. Also, make a vision board. I feel like making vision boards is like a trendy thing, but you can really make your vision board come to life. Making a vision board is literally just like, so you can see what you want in like a physical form, like you're literally looking at what you want your life to be, right? So create a vision board. You can make it now. I know this video is going to be posted before the end of the year. You can make it now if you want to go into 2024, but the real new year is not until April. All right, real new year is in April, spring equinox. That's the real new year. So you can make it now, but by the time April comes around, you might be looking at your vision board kind of like, okay, like I know I put this on here, but I don't know that this is really what I want. Let me go ahead and remove that. Let me replace that with something else, you know, or whatever. But just know that we're still in like a hibernation type of season, right? Like we're still like gathering our energy, like recovering at this time. And when spring comes, that's when it's really time to like pop out. Okay, so yeah, you can still make your vision board now, but just know you might want to reassess, you know, a little bit before the spring equinox when the real new year takes place. So yeah, go ahead and get clear on your goals, get clear on what you want, and then get ready for the real work. Get ready for the real work, because the real work it's not really physical, it's mental. And that's why a lot of people don't make it on this journey. They don't ever end up creating the life that they really want for themselves because they start realizing like, this is a lot of work. It's mental, it's emotional, it's internal work, inner work, right? So you might be like, okay, well, where do I even begin? Begin with buying a journal, right? Buying a specific journal, right? A specific journal, get you some cute little pens or whatever, you know, get ready to start writing because you need to start answering journal prompts. You can literally just Google journal prompts for different things. You can Google, like, I always recommend like work on journal prompts related to chakras. So you can Google like journal prompts for the root chakra or throat chakra journal prompts or heart chakra journal prompts or whatever, and start answering those types of questions, because answering those questions will help to jog your memory about things that you have previously experienced, and you'll be able to kind of like revisit those experiences and see, have you learned something from it, or are you still repeating the pattern? What is it? Because that's stuff to start identifying. If you start realizing that you are repeating a pattern, let me give you guys an example. Y'all know I always like to talk about myself. So I'll be like, one thing I've noticed in my life is that I have always accepted less than what I deserved. And this is just like, let's just talk about dating and like men, right? So partner, if you're lesbian, you know, whatever, whoever you're dating, you always accepted less than what you deserved. I realized that all the men that I've either like dated, talked to, hung out with, whatever, like they were never what I wanted. Like I was never really attracted to them. They never did anything for me. Like they never gave me money or bought me gifts or took me on like super nice dates, or you know, like even just being like, even if it's like not any of those physical things like gifts or anything like that, maybe it's just like physical touch, or like being like an emotional support for you, or just, you know, someone who's just like really, really there for you, right? Like I never experienced any of those things from any of the men that I was involved in. That has been a pattern in my life. I can look back to all of the men and I'm just like, y'all were giving very much nothing, like, but you only experience what you allow, right? So had I had more self-love, higher self-esteem, higher self-confidence, and I was able to actually set boundaries, I would not have experienced the things that I experienced, right? Because I would have said, no, I deserve more than this. I'm not going to sit here and let you treat me that way. I'm not going to tolerate these things because I know that it's something that I don't want, and I don't have to sit here and have this experience. Like I can leave. I can leave. You can be gone. Like these people that are in your reality, they don't have to be there. They're there because you allow them to be there. So if you don't want them to be there, remove them. Okay? This goes into setting boundaries. When you start setting boundaries, because it's really about you. It's really about, you know what you want. So if somebody is coming into your life and they're not offering that to you, why are they here? Because you let them be. You have to start taking responsibility for the things that are happening in your life. You only experience what you allow. Any experience that you have, you've attracted it to yourself. It is your fault that you are experiencing. I don't really like to use the word like fault, but it's like, if you're experiencing something, it's because of the vibration that you live on. For example, people will be like, all these men are trash. They'll never do nothing for you. They're, you know, they're not good enough. They're, you know, like, you know what people be like, basically like, this ain't shit, right? Plain and simple. But it's like, are they? Or is that just your experience? Or are you just attracting those types of men into your life because that's what you believe that you're worthy of? You see, it's all in your mind. We have to stop taking other people's experiences and having it as our own. If somebody says, these men ain't shit, they'll never do nothing for you, they're not worthy of nothing, you can literally just say, you don't have to say this out loud, but you could just say it to yourself, like, well, I'm sorry that that was your experience, but it's not mine. I'm sorry that that was your experience, but I know that, you know, I'm attracting better. The thing about it is, your experiences are for you. And if you keep attracting the same type of ain't shit ass man in the same body, I mean, the same type of ain't shit ass man in different bodies, but it's the same person, it's the same experience over and over again, it's a cycle, it's because you're supposed to be learning something from it. And at some point, you're supposed to cut it off. You are supposed to cut it off, learn your lesson, and move on. Learn something from the experiences that you are having. That's what this journey is going to do for you. It's going to make you realize all the patterns you've been repeating, and then it's up to you to break it. If you identify the pattern and you choose not to break it, and you keep experiencing the same shit over and over again, even though you're aware of the pattern, well, that's all you. That's all you. Like, that's all you. If I identify the pattern in me of dating ain't shit ass men, right? Having these ain't shit ass men in my life, bringing me nothing but drama and confusion, and I choose to still continue to accept men like that into my life, well, then that's all me. And anything that happens from that is my own doing. It's me. It's me. You are the problem. Literally, you are the problem. Simply accept that. Just accept it, but know that it doesn't have to remain that way. When you become conscious of what's actually going on, you now have the capability to actually transform your life. Now that you have to be able to see what's even happening before you're capable of making a change. So when you're ready to make the change, get started with the inner work. Start identifying the patterns, okay? Another pattern can be lack mindset and negativity. That's gonna create your reality. If you're always expecting things to go wrong, if you say things like, when it rains, it pours. If you say things like, this parking lot is so crowded, I'm never gonna get a parking spot. If you say, man, I want to start a YouTube channel, but everybody got a YouTube channel, so I'm not about to do it because I know, you know, mine's not going to make it because everybody else is doing it. If that's the type of shit you're saying to yourself, that's another pattern. That's a negative mindset, lack mindset, negativity pattern. You have to break it. There's so much that goes into this journey. And there's no right way to do it. There's no right way to begin. Just start with whatever. The best advice I could probably give you for starting off is removing anything and anyone from your life that is not serving you in a positive way. That's number one. If you're in a relationship with a man or a woman, relationship with a partner, right? And they're not good for you, or you feel like you've outgrown each other, or you know, you guys just don't align anymore, or, you know, if there's something more going on and you know that you're not supposed to be there anymore, go ahead and snip, snip, snip. Go ahead and cut it off. Go ahead and cut it off. Go ahead and remove that person from your life. That's number one. Okay. And maybe it's not even a partner. Maybe it's a family member. Maybe it's a parent. Maybe it's a longtime best friend that you thought, you know, y'all would grow old together, and you're starting to realize that you guys are kind of drifting apart, or you just, you know, your values just don't align anymore. Go ahead and cut them off. Just go ahead and start removing. That's removing people, right? Then go ahead and start trying to identify other things in your life that are no longer making you happy. Maybe your job isn't making you happy. You might not be able to just quit today, but you could start looking for a new job, or you could start that business that maybe you always wanted to start, or maybe you're like, you know what? I don't even like this career field anymore. I want to go back to school. Whatever it is, start doing that. Start identifying the things that are not making you happy. Maybe you don't like where you live. And I'm not talking about just like your apartment or your house or whatever. I'm talking about literally the city. Maybe you don't like the city that you live in anymore and you want to move. Start getting those things together. Start looking what place will be good for me to move. What would make sense for me? Now, I'm not telling you to just pack up all your shit and move before you do any type of inner work. You can, but it'll be better if you just stay where you are and just do the inner work, and then you will see how everything will transform on its own. Because that's what happens. When you start to raise your vibration, you elevate, okay, you start elevating, everything around you has no choice but to elevate as well. It's okay to be alone. It is okay to be alone. It is okay to take time to reflect, to discover who you really are, right? To become the person that you want to be. Like, you have to get comfortable being alone. You have to withdraw. Like, you can't miss out on anything that's meant for you to experience. You won't miss it. I promise you. I promise you, you're not gonna miss it. You can go inward. You can be in hermit mode for a little while and try to identify what do you really want out of life. At this very moment, if you could have anything that you wanted in life, anything that you wanted today, what would it be? What would it be? Write it down and then just get started. The easiest thing to do is to remember that it's supposed to be easy. That whatever you want to do is like 10% physical work and like 90% mental. It's all about believing that you even deserve what it is that you want, right? You could be physically out here pounding the pavement every day, going so hard for whatever dream you want to make a reality. But if your subconscious mind is telling you that you don't deserve it, then it's like, are you going to get it? I mean, you might, but you'll probably burn out before you even get there, right? From like putting in so much masculine energy. Like, start focusing on that feminine energy. Start trying to attract things to you. When you're in alignment and doing what you're supposed to be doing, things will be easy. We're not supposed to be here working, paying bills, doing all these things that they have us doing. It's giving very much slave mentality, okay? It's not supposed to be that. It's really not. So when you start looking at that and you start being like, okay, it's not supposed to be that. How can I make this easy? What do I enjoy doing? What's fun to me? What do I feel like is aligned with my purpose? Once again, I feel like I say this in every video, but look at your birth chart. If you've never looked at your birth chart, you need to go look at it. You need to go look at your birth chart. You need to look at those placements. You need to read about yourself, because essentially that's what you're doing. Reading about yourself. Look up your life path number. Do some research on some of these spiritual things, because it's really going to help to like remind you of like who you are, you know? Yeah, I feel like the best place to get started is to identify what you really want out of life. If you could have anything that you want today, what would it be? Identify the things that make you happy, the things that you enjoy, and think about how you can make a living from it, right? There's no such thing as like being practical or being realistic. Like, anything is available to you. The whole universe. The whole universe is available to you, okay? So identify that, get a journal and a pen, and start doing some inner work, journaling, answering journal prompts, reflecting on things that have happened in your life, and start identifying patterns that you continuously repeat. My main patterns were negative mindset, lack mindset, and these things are not things that you just get over. Like it's saying, you're constantly, even I am still constantly reminding myself, India, like, be positive, you know? Look at it from the bright side. What can you learn from this situation? Or this happened to you, this situation happened to you, it was probably trying to teach you X, Y, and Z. Like, you know, like constantly, it's gonna be a battle of the mind, because your subconscious mind, all it knows how to do is repeat patterns. You've been in this negativity for 30 years, like it's gonna take some time for you to start reprogramming your subconscious mind to believe that you're worthy of amazing things, of having an amazing life, right? So you have to commit to the journey. So get started with those things. Subscribe to my channel, girl, because we're gonna be talking about these things so so many things, okay? So many things, so many topics. I literally love this. I feel great like sitting here talking about these different topics and sharing these things with you guys. And yeah, girl, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, whatever, leave it in the comment section down below, especially if you have questions, because those can help to prompt me for different video ideas and stuff like that. So definitely comment down below and subscribe, girl, like the video, and I will see y'all in my next one. Bye.